बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलामु अलैकुम। आज की जो हमारी वीडियो है ये MCQs बेस्ड है। कराची बोर्ड का जो एग्ज़ामिनेशन होगा 2021 में, उसके अंदर 50% MCQs होंगे। और चूँकि इंग्लिश का पेपर जो है वो 100 मार्क्स का है, तो आपके पास जो MCQs हुए वो 50 मार्क्स के हुए। तो ये वीडियो आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होगी, क्योंकि ये आपको प्रिपरेशन करने में मदद देगी। इसके अंदर हमने ओवरऑल जो रिड्यूस सिलेबस है उसके मुताबिक हमने पोएम्स रखी हैं, और उसके अलावा 22 ईयर्स के पास पेपर्स भी इंक्लूड किए हैं। और ये इसमें से 11 ईयर्स जो हैं वो साइंस के पेपर्स के हैं, फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस के। और जो बकिया के 11 ईयर्स हैं वो फर्स्ट ईयर कॉमर्स के MCQs हैं। तो जो है ये आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल वीडियो होगी। इससे पहले कि हम MCQs की तरफ चलें, आपसे गुजारिश है कि मेरे चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें, ताकि मैं मज़ीद वीडियोस जो है प्रो सेक्शन पे और प्ले पे बना सकूं। और बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलिएगा। पहली पोएम है अंडर द ग्रीनवुड ट्री। शेक्सपियर ने इसको लिखा, विलियम शेक्सपियर ने अपने प्ले एज यू लाइक इट में। डिटेल्स आपके स्क्रीन पर मौजूद हैं, आप इसे रोक कर पूरा पढ़ सकते हैं तहम्मुल से। और इस MCQ को कवर करने के लिए आप या प्रिपरेशन के लिए आप एक काम ये करें कि आप एक कलम और एक कागज़ लेके बैठें, और आप जो है अपने MCQs का ऑप्शन लिखते चले जाइए और चेक करते जाइए फिर उसके आंसर्स। मिसाल के तौर पे आपका MCQ नंबर 1 है, आपने 1 लिखा और 1 के आगे उसका आपने राइट आंसर लिखा। जैसे 1 का राइट आंसर है विलियम शेक्सपियर, तो आपने 1 के आगे क्या लगा दिया, बी लिख दिया। इससे टाइम सेविंग होगी और आप ज़्यादा चीज़ें जो है वो कवर कर पाएंगे। तो लेट्स सी व्हाट आर द आंसर्स टू दिस टू दीज टू MCQs। और अगर आपको लगता है कि ये वीडियो थोड़ी फास्ट है आपके लिए, तो आप इसे पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख सकते हैं। लेट्स सी द आंसर्स। पहले का आंसर है विलियम शेक्सपियर। सेकंड का आंसर है 1564 एट स्ट्रेटफोर्ड अपॉन एवन। Under the Greenwood Tree is a song that appeared in the play Juliet Romeo, As You Like It, Hamlet, Othello. Under the Greenwood Tree is an epic, an elegy, a blank verse, a lyric. Under the Greenwood Tree appeared in Act 2, Scene 5, Act 2, Scene 6, Act 3, Scene 7, Act 2, Scene 7. देखते हैं इसके राइट आंसर्स क्या हैं। 3 का आंसर है As You Like It, 4 का आंसर है lyric, और 5 का आंसर है A, Act 2, Scene 5. Under the Greenwood Tree was sung by Lord Amiens, Lord Jacques, Duke Frederick, Lord Rupert. Duke Senior was robbed of his dominions by Lord Amiens, Lord Jacques, Duke Frederick, Lord Rupert. Duke Senior was leading an exiled life in the forest of Arden, forest of Zenda, forest of Zion, none of them. In this song, the singer praises city life, forest life, village life, nomadic life. Let's see the answers. लॉर्ड एमिन्स ने गाया था ये गाना, और ड्यूक सीनियर को ड्यूक फ्रेडरिक ने जो है चीट किया था और उनकी डोमिनियंस जो है वो हड़प कर गया था। ड्यूक सीनियर जो था वो एग्जाइल लाइफ गुजार रहा था फॉरेस्ट ऑफ आर्डन में, और ये जो सॉन्ग है अंडर द ग्रीनवुड ट्री, ये फॉरेस्ट लाइफ को अप्रिशिएट कर रहा है। Which one is the best feature of the forest life according to the singer? Its climate, its freedom, its depravity of the enemy, its fresh air. Which ones are the only troubling factors in the forest life? Autumn and pleasant weather, winter and rough weather, rainy and cold weather, none of them. Singer invites those who can leave their vehicles, siblings, ambitions, or family. Let's check out the answers. And turn his merry note. Here, merry note means to marry someone, to make someone merry. A song of merriment, to make someone fool. Who doth ambition shun? Here, shun means leave, carry, increase, punish. Give the synonym of the word exile: excel, exceed, exit, and banished. Check the answers. मैरी नोट का मतलब है सॉन्ग ऑफ मैरीमेंट, हैप्पीनेस का सॉन्ग। शन का मतलब है छोड़ देने के, क्विट करने के। और जो सिनोनिम है अ वर्ड एग्जाइल का वो है बैनिश्ड। अब जो आपके स्क्रीन पर एमसीक्यूज हैं ये पिछले 11 सालों में जिस फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस के जो पेपर में एमसीक्यूज आए हैं वो आपके सामने हैं। इसके अंदर देखें, पहला एमसीक्यू है द पोएम अंडर द ग्रीनवुड ट्री हैज बीन एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम शेक्सपियर्स प्ले हैमलेट, ओथेलो, एज यू लाइक इट, ट्वेल्थ नाइट। आपको पता है इसका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? एज यू लाइक इट। लॉर्ड एमिन्स लिव्ड द लाइफ ऑफ एग्जाइल इन द फॉरेस्ट ऑफ Arden is the right answer. Apart from being a playwright and a poet, William Shakespeare was also an actor. Lord Emmons tells in the poem Under the Greenwood Tree that in the forest of Arden they no longer have human enemies. The song Under the Greenwood Tree occurs in the play As You Like It in Act 2, Scene 5. The song Under the Greenwood Tree is sung by Lord Amiens. Under the Greenwood Tree is written by Shakespeare. तो ये सारे फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस के जो है एमसीक्यूज हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में जो आप एमसीक्यूज देखेंगे वो फर्स्ट ईयर कॉमर्स के 11 इयर्स के एमसीक्यूज हैं। Apart from being a playwright and a poet, Shakespeare was also an actor. According to the poem Under the Greenwood Tree, forest life is free from human enemies. Duke and his loyal fellows were living a life of exile in the forest of Arden. Under the Greenwood Tree is a song taken from Shakespeare's play As You Like It. Lord Amiens was living the life of exile in the forest of Arden. The song Under the Greenwood Tree is sung by Lord Amiens. In Under the Greenwood Tree, Lord Amiens prefers forest life. 8th MCQ है the poem Under the Greenwood Tree is extracted from the play As You Like It. और 9th है the song Under the Greenwood Tree is sung by Lord Amiens. इस सॉन्ग का जो पोएट है वो विलियम शेक्सपियर है, लेकिन सिंगर लॉर्ड एमिन्स है, ये फर्क याद रखिएगा। तो ये 2009 से लेके 2015 तक इसके अंदर एमसीक्यूज इस पोएम से आए हुए हैं कॉमर्स में, और ये आर और पी का मतलब है रेगुलर और प्राइवेट एग्जामिनेशन। तो जो है ये सारी लिस्ट आपके पास मौजूद है, और ये आपका अंडर द ग्रीनवुड ट्री अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मुकम्मल तौर पे आप इसके एमसीक्यूज की प्रिपरेशन कर चुके हैं। The next poem is The Character of a Happy Life, और ये लिखी थी सर हेनरी वॉटन ने। इनके बारे में डिटेल आपके सामने है, इसको आप पॉज करके देख सकते हैं। The Character of a Happy Life was composed by Sir Henry Williams, Sir Henry Wotton, Henry Longfellow, Chaucer. An ambassador is an honest man sent to lie abroad for the good of his country is a famous quotation of Sir Henry Williams, Sir Henry Wotton, Henry Longfellow, Chaucer. The character of a happy life in spirit is deeply humorous, religious, cynical, liberal. Check out the answers. पहले वाले का आंसर है सर हेनरी वॉटन, सर हेनरी वॉटन ने लिखा है ये। और ये जो quotation है, an ambassador is an honest man sent to lie abroad for the good of his country, ये हेनरी वॉटन की एक फेमस कोटेशन है। और कैरेक्टर ऑफ अ हैप्पी लाइफ जो है वो डीपली रिलीजियस है। सर हेनरी वॉटन वाज अ विक्टोरियन पोएट, रेनेसांस पोएट, एलिजाबेथन पोएट एंड एडवर्डियन पोएट। बाय प्रोफेशन सर हेनरी वॉटन वाज अ पोएट, novelist, ambassador, a spy. Sir Henry Wotton was born in 1568, 1564, 1565, 1567. Sir Henry Wotton was a lawyer in English court, contemporary of Shakespeare, distinguished servant of the crown, none of them. इसके आंसर्स देखते हैं। Henry Wotton Elizabethan poet थे, and he was an ambassador, और he was born in 1568, और ये उस वक्त के जो क्राउन था, जो गवर्नमेंट थी, उसके बहुत ही खासुल खास जो है ये सर्वेंट थे। The man leading a happy life does not pay attention at all to the truth, his friends' suggestions, rumors, his teachers. Wotton's happy man is always ready to face death with death fearlessly, the music, his problem happily. What is the greatest quality of the man who is leading a happy life? Simplicity, honest thought, simple truth, innocence. Check the answers. 23 का आंसर है rumors, 24 का आंसर है death fearlessly और 25 का आंसर है simple truth. What is the armor of the man who is leading a happy life? Simplicity, honest thought, simple truth, innocence. The happy man follows the rules of the government, the army, goodness, state. The man leading a happy life prays to God because of his blessings, severity, grace, and fear. 26 का आंसर है honest thought, 27 का आंसर है goodness और 28 का आंसर है grace. The man leading a happy life possesses the wealth of education, dominions, moral values, social values. The strong retreat of the man leading a happy life is his mind, conscience, residence, home. Wotton's happy man is always reserved and controlled, excited and ambitious, perplexed and disheartened, gloomy and dejected. Whose soul is still prepared for death. Here still prepared means always ready, now ready, never ready, unaware. Check out the answers. 29 का आंसर है moral values, 30 का आंसर है conscience, 31 का आंसर है reserved and controlled and 32 का आंसर है always ready. Of public fame or private breath. Here private breath means personal opinion, general opinion, fake opinion, no opinion. How deepest wounds are given by praise. Here deepest wounds means profound damage to body, profound damage to mentality, profound damage to character. None of these. This man is free from servile bands. Here servile band means lavish bounds, official bounds, territory bounds and broad band. Private breath से मुराद है personal opinion के, deepest wounds का मतलब है profound damage to character और servile bands का मतलब है गुलामी की बंदिशें, slavish bounds. The poem The Character of a Happy Life emphasizes upon a life of merriment and joy, virtue and sanctity, troubles and hurdles, ease and comfort. तो यहाँ पे जो correct answer है वो है virtue and sanctity. Past papers देखते हैं. The Character of Happy Life जो फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस के पेपर में जो MCQs आए हैं कराची बोर्ड में वो आपके सामने हैं. According to Sir Henry Wotton, deepest wounds are given by, obviously अब बात है जो आंसर है वो है praise. According to Sir Henry Wotton, the utmost skill of a happy man is simple truth. Third MCQ है piety is the characteristic of a happy man. Fourth MCQ है a happy man's passions are not his masters. 5 MCQ है MCQ number 5. The spirit of the poem The Character of Happy Life is deeply religious. ये 2 साल में है 2013 में 2011 में. 6 MCQ है The Character of Happy Life is written by Sir Walter Scott, Shakespeare, Henry Wotton, Wordsworth. तो इसका आंसर है Henry Wotton. अब जो आपके पास लिस्ट मौजूद है ये फर्स्ट ईयर कॉमर्स के जो पेपर्स में MCQs आए हैं कैरेक्टर ऑफ हैप्पी लाइफ के वो मौजूद हैं. जो राइट साइड का कॉलम है वो ये बता रहा है किस ईयर में आया है. जैसे कि पहला MCQ 2017 के रेगुलर प्राइवेट पेपर में आया है. द टोन ऑफ द पोएम द कैरेक्टर ऑफ हैप्पी लाइफ इज, इसका आंसर है रिलीजियस. द थीम ऑफ द पोएम अंडर द कैरेक्टर ऑफ हैप्पी लाइफ इज piety. C is the right answer. According to Sir Henry Wotton, the utmost skill of a happy man is simple truth. Fourth MCQ है according to Wotton, a happy man prays for C, blessings. In spirit, the character of happy life is deeply religious. C is the right answer. The utmost skill observed by an honest man is simple truth. D is the right answer. The theme of the character of a happy life is piety. C is the right answer. In spirit, The character of happy life is deeply religious. B is the right answer. Now the poem that we are going to discuss is Lucy Gray. Here are some of the main points of the poem that you can see on your screen. Pause the video and check it out. And the poet of Lucy Gray is William Wordsworth. विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ के बारे में डिटेल यहाँ पे मौजूद है. इसे भी पढ़ने के लिए पॉज द वीडियो and read the entire detail that you can see on the screen. पहला MCQ है, Lucy Gray was composed by William Wordsworth, Shakespeare, Blake and Langland. William Wordsworth was born in 1770, 1660, 1880, 1990. Wordsworth is generally known as poet of nature, poet of patriotism, poet of tradition, poet of the East. The poem Lucy Gray was written in 1790, 1789, 1799, 1780. Now check out the answers. अच्छा 37 में दोनों ही नाम जो है हाईलाइट हुए हैं. I'm sorry for that. The right answer is A, William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was born in 1770. Wordsworth is generally known as a poet of nature. The poem Lucy Gray was written in 1799. The poem Lucy Gray appeared in the second edition of Penguin book, Lyrical Ballads, Southern Ballads, none of these. The poem Lucy Gray appeared in the second edition of Lyrical Ballads in 1790, 1780, 1800, 1801. The poem Lucy Gray is a lyric, Southern ballad, Northern ballad, epic. Lucy Gray symbolizes innocence and obedience, purity and dignity, beauty and nature, none of these. Lucy Gray appeared with the second edition of Lyrical Ballads में, और जो है ये अपेयर हुई थी सेकेंड एडिशन ऑफ लिरिकल बैलेड्स में 1800 में, और ये नॉर्दर्न बैलेड है क्योंकि इसकी सैड एंडिंग है. और लूसी ग्रे सिंबलाइजेस इनोसेंस एंड ओबीडियंस. Lucy Gray lived on a wide plain moor good field land. Lucy was a sad child, stubborn child, solitary child, loving child. The poet considered Lucy to be the most beautiful child, talented child, daring child, loving child. Lucy's father suspected the cyclone, storm, tsunami, tornado. Lucy lived on a wide moor. Lucy was a solitary child. The poet considered Lucy to be the most beautiful child, and Lucy's father suspected a storm. Lucy went to take her mother with a friend. Many a went in stroke, in anger, her father. Furlong is a distance of 201 meters, 200 meters, 202 meters, 203 meters. Lucy went to the town to bring lantern, her mother, sibling, relative. When the storm came, Lucy lost her way, lantern, mother, address. अब जरा इसके आंसर्स चेक करते हैं. Many a went in stroke, 201 meters, her mother, way. And snapped a faggot band. Here faggot band means a band holding few umbrellas, a band holding a bundle of sticks, hair band, band of desperados. And the right answer is band holding a bundle of sticks. ये डिपिक्शन है उस स्टैंजा की जिसके अंदर बताया था कि मिडल ऑफ द प्लैंक में ब्रिज में मिडल ऑफ द प्लैंक नहीं था, तो कुछ इस तरह का जो है ब्रिज होगा, कुछ इस तरह का सीन होगा उसमें. और ये वाला जो स्टैंजा रफ एंड स्मूथ शी ट्रिप्स अलोंग एंड नेवर लुक्स बिहाइंड, इस स्टैंजा की डिपिक्शन इस पिक्चर में है दैट यू कैन सी नाउ. अब जो हम MCQs देख रहे हैं ये वो MCQs हैं जो कि फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस के पेपर में अपेयर हुए हैं 2009 से लेके 2019 तक. The mood of the northern ballad is tragic. A is the right answer. 2017 में हमारे पास दो MCQs आए हैं. In the snow, Lucy's mother saw her footprints is the right answer. The poet of nature is Wordsworth. Lucy Gray is a ballad. Wordsworth believes that Lucy Gray has become the part of nature. Lucy Gray was known as a child of nature. अब ये है फर्स्ट ईयर कॉमर्स में आने वाले 2009 से लेकर 2019 तक के एमसीक्यूज. 19 में दो एमसीक्यूज पूछे गए हैं. सम पीपल थिंक दैट ल्यूसी ग्रे is cancer a living child? William Wordsworth was the distinguished poet of, ये है 19th century. Lucy Gray is a ballad. People believe that Lucy Gray has become the part of nature. William Wordsworth is called the poet of nature. Lucy Gray lived on a wide moor. According to Wordsworth, Lucy has become part of nature. Lucy Gray lived with her parents on a wild moor. Lucy Gray was a girl who had the quality of being obedient. The poem Lucy Gray is a ballad. The next poem is Abu Bin Adhem. Here you can find some of the information about Abu Bin Adhem. And James Henry Lee Hunt, J.H. Lee Hunt इसके पोइट हैं, जो कि क्रिटिक भी थे और एसेस भी थे, पोइट भी थे और राइटर भी थे. The poem Abu Bin Adhem was composed by J.H. Lee Hunt, James Herbert, James David, James Jones. J.H. Lee Hunt was born in 1784, 1785, 1786, 1789. Abu Bin Adhem was a pious Muslim. The moonlight within the room of Abu Bin Adhem gave it a look like a lily in bloom, luminous place, decorated room and heaven. Check out the answers. पहले का आंसर है J.H. Lee Hunt, 1784, Muslim and lily in bloom. Whom Abu found in his room in moonlight? Devil, angel, thief, robber. The angel was writing something in a book of gold. Abu asked the angel first time what he was doing, why he was there, what he was writing, what brought him there. Angel answered Abu that he was writing sins of people, names of those who love God, complaints regarding people, lineage of people. तो इसके आंसर्स देखते हैं. पहले का आंसर है एंजल्स, दूसरे का आंसर है बुक ऑफ गोल्ड, व्हाट ही वाज राइटिंग, और 61 का आंसर है नेम्स ऑफ दोज हु लव गॉड. Abu requested the angel to write his name in the list of those who love Lord, who love their fellow man, who love their family, who love their siblings. Next night when the angel came, he showed Abu the names of those whom God had punished, God had blessed with his love, God had blessed with power, God had summoned. In the list of those whom love of God had been blessed, Abu's name was in the top, on the bottom, in the middle, nowhere. इसको पॉज करके अपने आंसर्स लिख लें. Now check out the answers. Who love their fellow man, God had blessed with his love on the top. The poem Abu Bin Adhem conveys the idea of being only a lover of God, a lover of mankind, a lover of wealth, a caretaker of family, making it rich and like a lily in bloom. The comparison is underlined areas called personification, simile, metaphor, none of these. In the poem Abu Bin Adhem, two words have been used for angel. One is presence and the other is, here are the answers, a lover of mankind, simile, vision. अबू बिन एडम के एमसीक्यू जो कि फर्स्ट ईयर साइंस में आए हैं, आप जो है वीडियो को पॉज करके इसके आंसर्स लिख लें और मैं इसके आंसर्स बता रहा हूं. Abu Bin Adhem's name was on the top of the list because he loved his fellow man. When the angel appeared, Abu Bin Adhem was sleeping. ये फर्स्ट ईयर कॉमर्स में आने वाले एमसीक्यूज हैं जो अब आप देख रहे हैं. पॉज करें वीडियो को, इसके आंसर्स लिखें और मैं आगे इसके आंसर्स बता रहा हूं. Abu Bin Adhem's name was on the top of the list because he loved fellow man. The dominant word in the poem Abu Bin Adhem was peace. The main idea of the poem Abu Bin Adhem is to love humanity. Next poem is The Toys. ये लिखी है कवेंट्री कर्से डिक्टन पैटमो ने और उनके बारे में डिटेल यहां पर मौजूद है. You can see that. The poem The Toys was penned by Thomas Patmore, Coventry Patmore, Campion Patmore, John Patmore. Coventry Patmore was born in 1812, 1823, 1814, 1813. Coventry Patmore was Elizabethan poet, Romantic poet, Edwardian poet, Victorian poet. In the poem The Toys, the poet describes his own experience that occurred with his wife, his little son, his siblings, his daughter. Pause the video, mention your answers, and then check it out. Coventry Patmore, 1812, Victorian poet, his little son. In the poem The Toys, the poet's son disobeyed him 5th time, 6th time, 7th time, 8th time. In the poem The Toys, the poet's wife had already slept, died, left home, fainted. When the poet visited his son's room, he was unexpectedly sleeping, crying, playing, running. The poet visited his son's room after scolding him because he feared lest he smashes his toys. His grief hinders sleep. He confines himself in straw. He tears his book. Pause the video and then check out the answers. 7th time, died, sleeping. His grief hinders sleep. The poet grew much grief because he found a diary full of complaint, few trifling toys, some broken toys of his son, some precious toys broken. The poet grew much grief because he found very trivial toys of his son to console himself, be sold, be torn, play with. The poet's son kept blue bells in a bottle. What are blue bells? Bell-shaped toys, bell-shaped wind chimes, blue bell-shaped flowers, indigo bell-shaped flowers. 76 का आंसर है, few trifling toys, console himself, blue bell-shaped flowers. In the poem The Toys, the poet used this sentence, not vexing thee in death. It means man will not perplex after death, not be annoying God in death, be victorious in God's court, be relaxed. When the poet kissed his son's eyes, he himself got grieved, excited, healed, angry. The poet's son kept few trifling French copper coins, toys, shells, and flowers. Pause the video, mention your answers. Now check them out. Not be annoying God in death, grieved, toys. In the poem The Toys, I'll be sorry for their childishness is the voice of poet, poet's wife, God, poet's son. And 2 French copper coins ranged there with careful art. Here, arranged there with careful art means a very careful art, a careless arrangement or arranged there with good care, art of caring. When at last we lie with a trance breath. Here, trance breath means tragic breath, tame breath, almost ending breath, TB. Pause the video, mention your answers. Now check them out. 86 का आंसर है God, 87 का आंसर है arrange there with good care और 88 का आंसर है almost ending breath. 89 में don't leave the wrath. Here wrath means, अच्छा ये wrath की spelling गलत लिखी हुई, wrath लिखा हुआ है, wrath है WRATH. Here leave the wrath means to stop writing, to cease being angry, to leave the wrath, to leave the wealth. The poem The Toys explains the poet's view about God's wrath, mercy, blessing, and annoyance. Don't live thy wrath. Here wrath means anger, principles, God, poet's wife. A piece of glass abraded by the beach. Here abraded means added, adopted, and rubbed. Pause the video, mention your answers. Now check them out. To cease being angry, mercy, anger, and rubbed are the right answers. जो स्क्रीन आप देख रहे हैं इसके अंदर जो पहला पार्ट है जिसमें सिर्फ एक एमसीक्यू है, वो साइंस के पेपर में सिर्फ एक बार आया है 11 सालों में, ट्वाइस एमसीक्यूज। कॉमर्स में बहुत दफा आया है। तो जो है आपने इसको पॉज करना है वीडियो को और अपने आंसर्स को लिख लेना है और फिर आपने चेक करना है। मैं आंसर्स बताने लगा हूं। द टोन ऑफ द पोएम द चॉइस इज रिलीजियस। The little son of Coventry Patmore disobeyed him for the 7th time. Having punished his son, Coventry Patmore felt sorry. In the poem The Toys, the 2 coins were French. In the poem The Toys, the poet punished his son for disobeying him the 7th time. The story behind the toys is homely. लास्ट पोएम है आई हैड रीच्ड योर डोरस्टेप्स और ये लिखी है गुलाम अली अलाना ने, जिनके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ स्क्रीन पर आप देख सकते हैं। पॉज करके वीडियो को डिटेल में पढ़ें, सुकून से लिख भी लें। आई हैड रीच्ड योर डोरस्टेप्स वाज पेन्ड बाय अल्लामा आई काजी, अल्लामा इकबाल, जी अलाना, एच अलाना। Ghulam Ali Allana was born in Karachi in 1906, 1907, 1908, 1909. Ghulam Ali Allana was not only a poet, but he was also an eminent singer, musician, politician, dramatist. The poet lost the scroll of destruction, instruction, annihilation, and fabrication. Here are the answers. 93 का आंसर है जी अलाना, गुलाम अली अलाना, and he was born in 1906. He was a politician and scroll of instruction. In the poem I had reached your doorsteps, the poet is addressing his friends, his family, his relatives, God. In the poem I had reached your doorsteps, the poet is anxious to find the nearness of his friends, his family, his relatives, God. According to the world, the way to God is very credulous, tortuous, ambiguous, easy. According to God, the way to him is very credulous, tortuous, ambiguous, and short. Pause the video, write down your answers, and then come again for checking out the answers. Here are the answers. The poet is addressing God. The poet is anxious to find the nearness of God. According to the world, the way to God is tortuous, but according to God, the way to him is very short. The poet was anxious to reach the door of God, but he was actually dreaming, sleeping, working there. And asked the wayfarers and the caravans. Wayfarer means stranger, on foot traveler, thug, criminal. You had said it is short and delectable. Delectable means strange, delightful, dedicated, boring. Pause the video, mention your answers. Now check them out. The poet was anxious to reach the door of God, but he was actually there. Wayfarers means on foot travelers. And delectable means delightful. And here you can see the MCQs from past papers. आपने अपनी वीडियो को पॉज करना है, अपने आंसर्स को वहां मेंशन करना है और फिर आप यहां पे चेक करेंगे और मैं बताने लगा हूं इसका आंसर। गुलाम अली अलाना is a poet of 20th century. The poem I had reached your doorsteps is written by G. Allana. According to Ghulam Ali Allana, the way to Allah's house is straight and universal. Ghulam Ali Allana is the poet of 20th century. अच्छा, अब इसके बाद जो हमारी वीडियो आएगी वो प्रो सेक्शन पर होगी और उसके जो है एमसीक्यूज होंगे जनरल और फिर पास पेपर से, इसी तरह से 22 इयर्स के पेपर्स उसके उसके MCQs मौजूद होंगे, तो इंतज़ार कीजिएगा नेक्स्ट वीडियो के लिए। फॉर द टाइम बिंग मेरा चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें अगर आपको वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगी, और कमेंट्स लाजमी करें। अपना बहुत ज़्यादा ख्याल रखें, मुझे दुआ में याद रखें। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।